Hi sir, my name is Faisal and today I'm going to talk about what I understood from week 4 lecture on requirements engineering in software engineering. So basically, this lecture was about how important it is to understand and manage requirements before building any software system. So first of all, requirements engineering is the process of identifying, analyzing, documenting, and managing what a software system should do. Before starting development, we must plan things like resources, time, and methods. This step is very important because its requirements are wrong. The whole project can fail. So there are several main activities in requirements engineering. These include like electrician analysis, documentation, proto- prototyping, review and validation, and finally getting agreement from stockholders. From what I understood, these steps helps ensure that everyone develops, users and businesses are on the same page. Next, we learn about the requirements elicitation, which means collecting requirements. Sometimes requirements are already given, but often software engineering needs gather them from users and stockholders. This can be difficult because users may not fully understand their needs. Requirements can be incomplete or conflicting. Business goals may not be clear. Learn about the requirements allocation, which means collecting requirements. Sometimes requirements are already given, but often software engineers need to gather them from users and stockholders. This can be difficult because users may not fully understand their needs, requirements can be incomplete, and business goals may not be clear. That's why software engineers often act like a business analyst to understand both technical and business perspectives. Then comes in the requirements analysis, where we organize and evaluate the requirements. This includes categorizing requirements like functional and non-functional, prioritizing them based on the importance. For example, we might prioritize based on customer needs and market demand or business value. Since we already have limitations like time and resources, prioritization is very important. Another interesting concept was view-oriented requirements. Definition: BORD. It means different stockholders see requirements differently. So we need to consider multiple viewpoints and combine them carefully. After analysis, we move to requirements definition and documentation. Requirements can be written in different formats such as simple English, data flow diagrams, entry relationships diagrams, user case diagrams. These tools help us clearly describe how the system works, including inputs, process, and outputs. We also learned about prototyping, which is mainly used for designing users interface. There are two types, like low fidelity and high fidelity. Low fidelity like paper sketches, and high fidelity using software tools. This helps users visualize the system before it is fully developed. Another important concept is requirement traceability. This means tracking each requirement from its source to development and testing. It ensures that all the requirements are properly implemented and nothing is missed. After everything is denied and reviewed, we create a requirement specialization document. This document includes introduction, high-level overview, detailed requirements, performance, security, and system constraints. Finally, there is something called sign-off, where stockholder approve the requirements. This is important because it acts as a final agreement and baseline for the project. In conclusion, what I understood is the requirement engineering, one of the most critical phase in software development. It helps avoid confusion, reduces requirements. Sometimes requirements are already given, but often software engineers need to gather them from users and stockholders. This can be difficult because users may not fully understand their needs, requirements can be incomplete, and business goals may not be clear. That's why software engineers often errors and ensure the final product meets users and business needs. Thank you for listening.